last night, the Indiana Fever played the Phoenix Mercury.
Mm-hmm.
And at the start of the season, the Fever, in their big offseason acquisition, picked up a 3 or 4-time WNBA All-Star, second leading scorer in WNBA history, DeWanna Bonner. She played 4 or 5, 6 games, then left the team mysteriously, saying she had some sort of personal problem. And she played terrible in the 4 or 5 games she played, then left the team. She got benched, left the team, no explanation for 4 or 5 games, then basically demanded a trade so she could go play with her wife,
partner,
that plays for
significant
Phoenix,
other,
Aaliyah Thomas, significant other. And so Phoenix comes to Indiana, and Indiana Fever fans boo her virtually every time she touches the ball. I think we got a little short clip. Let's play shot 5 of the Indiana Fever fans booing DeWanna Bonner.
Foul on Sophie Cunningham. That is her first team second. Coming in for Phoenix number 14, DeWanna Bonner.
And so throughout the game, because I watched, they booed her when she touched the ball, when she was involved in any sort of play. Her partner, wife, starts telling the fans, bring it on, bring it on. At one point, you can see Alyssa Thomas on the sidelines yelling and screaming at the fans. They hate Indiana Fever fans. We're all racist, Indiana, blah, blah, all that garbage. But after the game, Khaleah Copper, the woman who lost her wig just 2 nights ago or whenever against, I can't even remember who she was playing, but she got her wig snatched off of her. She ran into the locker room as if she had been de-pantsed in front of everybody, and we found out she was transgender. That's not true, but anyway, she lost her weave. she lost her weave and overreacted. They stopped the game for this woman, Khaleah Copper. And so Khaleah Copper, after the game, then takes a shot and talks about how disgraceful or distasteful it was for Indiana Fever fans to treat DeWanna Bonner so disrespectfully. Play the clip.
I think she handled it well. I mean, I don't understand, like, she a legend, and just all the things that she's done for the league, and just the disrespect, I can't get down with it. They booed her. She didn't say a word to the crowd. People talk some trash to her, but we had her back. But it's just very distasteful for what their fan base is doing, as far as when it comes to DB, because it's like she's just the sweetest soul. And the situation didn't work for her, and that's just not what she wanted or whatever. But it's just, we don't need all of that. It's just unnecessary.
They want all the money, none of the responsibility, nothing that goes along with the attention that they keep begging for. Pay attention to us. We matter. Blah, blah, blah. But don't boo us and treat us how male athletes have been treated for years. Your thoughts?
What you said a couple minutes ago about that young lady is more disrespectful than anything the Indiana Fever fans did last night. But let me go back to one of my favorite Thomas Sowell quotes. You've heard it before. For those who have had favorable treatment their whole lives, equal treatment seems punitive. And this is the truth. I'm going to say this again. It's a mantra of mine. It's the most unlikable league in the history of American sports. I do not believe there is a close second. And it is interesting, is like they want to be treated like professional athletes. Whether you agree with it or not, being heckled is actually a part of it within reason. How do you expect this fan base to react? You quit on the team. The reality is nobody likes these women because very simply, they believe their victimhood is righteousness, and it's not. It's just incessant whining.
There's some super value in being a victim, and they can figure out a way to be a victim at every turn. This woman because the way the WNBA rosters and salary cap is managed, DeWanna Bonner clearly ripped off, used, and manipulated the Indiana Fever. And then got her max contract. She couldn't get it other places. Then she quit on them and then runs into the arms of her partner, wife, whatever you want to call Alyssa Thomas. She sold this team out, and they bent over backwards, particularly Caitlin Clark, trying to make her feel warm and respected. And she gave the Indiana Fever fans no respect, her Indiana Fever teammates no respect, the way she handled it. And how dare someone call it out? Don't you understand what she's done for this league? She's a legend, and you guys should all treat her like a legend at all times. You talk about fatigue and what I'm putting up with, following the WNBA and following this, because it is fascinating, because it explains the rest of the world. We've convinced ourselves that we need more feminist in power, more women leadership, more women this, more women that, and you follow the WNBA, and it is an example. You can sit around and say, well, those are black lesbian women, and I go, no, those are feminists. Seriously, and their thinking is the thinking of all feminists. Some people unpack it more subtly and more carefully and in a less offensive way than they do, but it's all from the same tree, feminism. And it's all destructive, and it's all about, hey, I can do no wrong. I'm not to blame for anything. I'm the solution for everything. And no, you're not. So, Steve,
I want to add one last thing here. I blame some of the media. How come no one in that media room doesn't raise their hand? Again, this takes guts. Yeah, but she quit on the team. How do you expect the fans to react? There were no dildos or vibrators thrown out. Don't you think that's a positive step? Are all of these people gutless or just brainless, Jason? Seriously. Good grief. Where have you gone, Mark Heisler? Jeez, Peter Vesey.
They are gutless. See, I'm so glad you brought up the dildo thing, because, and for those of you that missed it the other day, some fan in Atlanta threw a green dildo onto the court. They didn't stop play. Now, when Copper's wig fell off or got snatched off, they stopped the game. Dildo was thrown onto the court, keep playing, no problem. But the point I want to make is, and someone pointed this to me out over Twitter, Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky blamed Indiana Fever fans for shouting something at the Chicago Sky that they did not hear. Someone told them about it after the game. The WNBA did an investigation looking for one Indiana Fever fan that may or may not have shouted something to the Chicago Sky that the players and the coach did not hear. They did an investigation. And the Indiana Fever fans, they're racist. Atlanta Dream fans throw a green dildo onto the court. There's no investigation. There's no one saying Atlanta Dream, Chocolate City, hey, they're racist, they're homophobic, they're this, they're that. In Atlanta, Chocolate City, where you would think 50, 60, 70% of the people in the arena are black. No, they throw a dildo onto the court. There's no one on ESPN is saying, man, look how racist they are. Look how homophobic they are. You know them people in Atlanta, they have no class. No one's saying that. But Indiana Fever, and I'm from Indianapolis, and so I have a bias here. But Indiana Fever fans, they're all racist because Angel Reese says so over something she never heard.